All right, all right. Hello, hello. Welcome everyone to the Hex Happy Hour show. We got a full house today. We got crypto events. We got Motley Investor. We got one of our special guests, DJ Cryptomatic, who we will get to know here in a little bit. Surprise! We also have Wales Only, who came on board, and Freddie Quotes. So it's a musically oriented show today. So I thought that would be a rather cool fit. But yeah, just let chat flow in here and say hello to everybody. X Kai, what's up? Jay, what's up? Yes, Wales Only, question mark, exclamation point, exclamation point. Yeah, it's an exciting day. So yeah, plenty to talk about. I mean, we have like an 8-hour live stream. We have a 13 million hex dumper this morning. We got staking percentage at new all-time highs. Richard taking shots at Vitalik, which I just think is wonderful. I don't even know where to start. I'll just throw it out there. What pick a topic, anyone, and we can go from there.
Let's start picking through that 8-hour
8-hour live stream.
Yeah. All right.
There's a lot there. Might as well get cracking on that one.
Yeah.
Let's get the hard work out the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have somebody's own section in here. It's called the Motley Investor section, where he asked about Easter eggs. And that was chock full. It was about 3 minutes. I'm almost halfway tempted to play that 3-minute clip because Richard does say a lot in that clip about things that can
come to fruition.
No expectations or anything like that. But I'll see if I obviously if you were in chat, I was saying I was in a bit of a hurry to get this thing started. So let me just cue this up here and go for it.
Slacking today, man. You're
hey man, I happy hour before the happy hour, so
that'll do it. That'll do it.
But yeah, I guess while I'm queuing this up, Motley, were you satisfied with the answers to your questions, or
I mean, so it really wasn't an answer, right? It was just what could be, which is cool, which is very interesting, and it just kind of brings up the topic with it's fun to speculate and everything, but we don't know what will be in the future. And I don't think Richard does either, even though he told us he's going to release the information by the end of this month. Like this answer that he's about to give right now, I think just showcases that Richard doesn't even know exactly where he's taken the game theory with Pulse Chain, the native token, maybe native tokens, plural. We just don't know. I was in the Pulse Chain Telegram chat last night, and Richard was going back and forth with a bunch of us, and we were all just spitballing different ideas. So everything's just kind of up in the air, and he's going to go over a couple different possibilities of what we might see in the future during this fork.
Hey, what's up, Ralph? What's up, Spike? Kinetics, man, I don't know what your problem is, but I wish you well. So.
He's recovering.
I did see that yesterday morning.
From the surgery.
Yeah, now I know. I remember.
He's got some swollen bags, and
I saw your last moments on stream before that happened.
Anytime, anywhere. That's all you got to know.
Right.
Anytime, anywhere. And then you don't gotta worry about more of these guys popping up.
Oh yeah. Just a reminder for Kinetics right there.
Yeah.
There you go.
Cute kid, Freddie.
Thanks, brother.
Got the hoodie. Is it? One day he'll have a Hex hoodie on.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah. All right, let's get to this clip. Just if the audio doesn't work, let me know. But I think it should go. But this is Motley, our very own Motley here, questioning with Richard.
Guys, do you want to drop on it?
Let me think. It's too hard, man. So gas burning, fee burning, right? EIP 155 does fee burning. That's cool. So do you have two tokens? Do you have one token that's the native token for transactions, but then you have another token which is supposed to appreciate based on the success of the network? And then during the initial phases, do people pay with two tokens and then one gets burnt? Or do you burn both? I'm not sure yet. Do you, what's the ratio of burning? to the ratio of fees that a miner gets. I'm not sure yet. Who gets to on-ramp to this new network? Do people get native tokens as an airdrop? Who gets that airdrop? Is there an input token that this is the network that's getting the pulse for free? Does that token itself has launch mechanics and game theory, which rewards people? You know, do you have a an on-ramp period with a bonding curve, with a freemium that if they don't use it, they lose it? Is there a particular type of token that's logged for freemium purposes in the beginning that then disappears? The design space is so large. You're just like, I'm not sure. You know, is there some mechanic where there's an incentive for providing liquidity for a bridge between the two networks? Do you have a bridge on both sides? So now you've got an Ethereum Uniswap pair that goes to Pulse, and then a Pulse network pair that goes to the encapsulated Ethereum. You're like, there's so much stuff, right? How much system state comes along? Is it just HEX? Or is it everything? A lot of decisions, you know? And then if it's everything, are you going to have now price discovery for USDC and Pulse USDC and ETH and Pulse ETH? Really interesting questions, right? And it's like, so if any of you guys got cool ideas you want to throw around in Pulse Chain chat, t.me/PulseChainCom, go ahead, you know, spread your dreams, spread your ideas. My eyes are open, and, you know, we're in the design stages now. And I try and, you know, do the things that I know are most likely to work. I'm a big fan of doing things that I know work.
And there we have it. So, Motley, as the questioner, what were your biggest takeaways from that basket of Easter eggs that Richard touched on?
So, biggest takeaways. I think Richard doesn't have the game theory figured out. He doesn't know all what he wants to implement. That's the biggest thing. So whatever I take from that point is just purely speculation. So Richard doesn't even know yet. So it's hard to speculate what's going to come down the road. I think out of all that, I think fee burning is probably something he finds the most appealing right now. That's coming out with a new update with Ethereum. I think he really likes that. So I think there's a strong chance that gets implemented as one of the kind of game speculative game mechanics as that goes. And then I think another thing that I really like, and it seems like it's becoming more and more of a possibility as I was chatting with him and others in the Pulse Chain Telegram chat, it looks like Richard might be trying to copy the entire system state of the Ethereum blockchain. So it looks like he's looking at airdropping everyone that has an ERC20 token and airdropping that on the Pulse chain. So it looks like Richard is coming after all of Ethereum's launch. It looks like he might literally copy the entire system for Pulse chain, which is going to be...
I feel like you have to.
That blows me away.
Yeah, I agree.
Because if you do that, you attract every single other one of those other tokens onto your platform. Oh, hey, we're faster. Oh, hey, you know, we're cheaper. Oh, hey, we're just better on every facet. Oh, yeah, and you know what? If you sell your coin, maybe we'll give you 10% extra HEX if you stake it for 5555.
Maybe you'll get a native Pulse token if you sell your Ethereum version into the Pulse chain via a bridge that he was talking about. There's so much stuff you could do it's cutting edge. He's coming for all of Ethereum's launch. Like, I would hate to have Richard pissed off at me because it looks like he's literally just going to wreck anyone that gets in his way in the space.
Yeah, so I guess my question, and perhaps I missed this in the stream, but is there a reason why? I mean, he seems like he is hell-bent on determining everything by the end of the month. Is there a reasoning for that, or is that just a self-imposed deadline of like, all right, I got to get my shit together? Like, if we're going to do this, the faster the better kind of thing.
I think it's self-imposed. I think he is under the time crunch of where we're at in the market right now. I mean, you guys have all seen that with Doge. But that's probably my biggest worry, right? Is I don't want Richard to rush, because I think he's at his best when he really has all the time to just sit back and play with different ideas and scenarios. And I think that's when he's at his peak. So like, I don't want him to feel rushed or obligated to produce something for us by the end of the month if it's not quite right. Like if he's not quite happy with the mechanics, or if he hasn't quite thought everything through, because I think the man's brilliant enough. If you give him enough time, he's going to come to the right solutions and the optimal game strategy for everyone to win in this ecosystem. So that would be my only drawback, as him trying to push towards the end of the month. But I think he's also aware of what a crucial point we're at in this market cycle. Like you guys all have seen, like Doge is on its way to a freaking dollar. Like it's coming quick. So I think he's feeling those time restraints. And so I think he's applying extra pressure to himself. Hopefully that still equals him doing incredibly amazing things with whatever he decides. But he's definitely, I don't think he's going to be sleeping much for the rest of this month.
Or months. I mean, the way this is playing out. And I know you mentioned the Lex Friedman thing, which kind of, I guess, dampened my spirits a little bit, because I'm like, man, you got to strike while the iron is hot, because Lex is doing a whole crypto series right now. So while all these big names are talking to him, I'd love for Richard to be in that mix, but I also understand the importance of.
I think Richard's just the hot girl playing hard to get at this point. Like, I seriously, like Friedman. I think someone said earlier during the 8-hour stream, Lex Friedman actually came into the voice chat at one point too, and even Richard still then at that point played it cool. It's like, no, I mean, he can raise his hand like anyone else if he has a question, and I'll call on him. But if he wasn't raising his hand, I'm not going to call him. I have other people in here that are raising their hands. So I think he's just playing it cool, and like this is the time. Like if he's trying to take Ethereum's lunch right now, like that's his focus. Like Lex Friedman, yes, is going to do amazing things, but Lex Friedman will be there. This bull run, hitting this before the cycle just starts going absolutely insane. This is what's important. So if he can create the entire system state of Ethereum on Pulse Chain, that's what's most important. And I think he's right in his decision to put Lex Friedman on the back burner just for now.
All right, I can get that. DJ Cryptomatic, welcome, brother.
Thanks for having me on.
Oh man, we're gonna get
feels very surreal, and apologies for my English. I'm from Germany. I'm trying my best.
Oh, you are all worried about that.
Doing great, brother.
English is great.
Yeah. What Motley just said is sounds like a humongous task, though, to implement.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah,
Ethereum, and I think Richard is rather someone that tends to work smart instead of hard, even though we know he's a very hardworking man, but rather have people build on top of Pulse than trying to make all of the old stuff work on Pulse, which sounds to me, just getting tokens listed on exchanges, whatever, is always takes that implementation phase first. So it just sounds like a lot of work to me to get everything working. Although for instant crazy adoption, it is, of course, it might be something. Yeah.
Vince, takeaways. I mean, it was only 8 hours, and you might have watched it a couple times to timestamp it. But
actually, I'm not the one that did the timestamp.
Oh, you didn't?
It was the other dude.
You lucky bastard.
Yeah.
I was like, I do not envy Vince on this one if he's timestamping this.
I'm like, hats off to that guy, because he got that out in like less than 24 hours. So, like, I'm impressed. That would take me about like 2 days. So, yeah. But yeah, I mean, going to Motley's point, I do think it's kind of interesting how Richard self-imposed like a 2-week deadline to make all those critical design decisions, because and I think he's just doing that because he wants to eliminate like endless scope creep, because if he doesn't impose a hard deadline on himself, he'll just endlessly think of ways to to make things better and make Pulse superior, which is a good thing, but it would probably delay the launch a lot, and probably make it launch at a time that's not good for the Hex ecosystem, or maybe if it takes too long, we might miss out on onboarding tons of people. So I think he's just being conscious about that.
Yeah, I think you brought up time frame too there, and I think that was part of one of your questions, Motley, is like the 6 months thing or whatever. And I felt some positive vibes from Richard on that, because he did say that what is good is that the lead dev is are moving quickly, and it feels like it could move quicker than that 6 months, but we all know
it's hard
not to expect that. But
that's
I got some good vibes, at least from that.
Yeah, that's the answer I expect. I didn't really expect an answer for that one, because like there's no way for him to know, right? Like it feels like he's on track, but it could take one little thing, and next thing you know, it's delayed. And I know Steph was talking about this in the voice chat at one point. It's just like it's hard, right? Software is hard when you think everything's running smoothly. One little thing can just put a hitch in the entire thing, and you got to make sure everything's right when you're doing this stuff. So it's not like Facebook and move fast and break things philosophy. You just can't do it.
Wales, man, what'd you think?
There's a lot to think.
There is, man.
A lot to think. And I think everybody kind of touched on everything, right? It's a big task. There's a lot of moving parts, a lot of moving pieces. So he definitely has to take his time. But at the same time, he realizes he has to have a plan, right? Because if you can't make any moves if you don't have a plan to act on. So I think self-imposing 2 weeks or anything really just makes sense, right? Because you can always change later. But you got to start somewhere. And that's the point I think he's realizing, because again, timing, right? Just like you guys were just saying, and timing is everything. Because again, he's trying to create a chain. And he's basically trying to save crypto, because what's about to happen is crypto's about to get demolished, straight up. Like I was just listening to the tweet that he posted earlier with the EIP 2929, the Berlin fork stuff. And turns out there's going to be another update that's going to make something else more expensive in the near future. I'm not sure what it is, but there you go. So, it's understanding all of these knickknacks, all of this stuff that's going on. It's a gargantuan task for sure, but it's obviously not impossible. There's other chains, and if anybody can do it and succeed, it's Richard. And the thing about it is just like you guys said, he works smart, not hard. So the thing I appreciate the most about him is that he's willing to hear what people think and know, because he realizes he doesn't know everything, right? So he's taking this time and opportunity to let us get involved, give our 2 cents, however which way we can, and try to add value, right? And that's what makes this new world that we're trying to build so critical and so important. And
I think that's a great way to be as a leader in that in that sense. I mean, obviously you're the decision maker, and it all comes down to you, but that's kind of like the way I work in a sense when it comes to something big. I appreciate so many opinions. Like I'll just throw it out there, and maybe I have like something in mind as like a path to get to where I want to go with a project, but it's also a little arrogant of me to think that I have everything figured out. And just one person out there can say something and have an idea. And that might not be the exact idea, but that can
take things in the right direction.
Turn things around in your brain and send you down another path that's way better. And you'll never know unless you put it out there. And what better community and what better freaking technology,
dude! You have
pulled
access
it out of my
to
head. Minds everywhere.
You literally just pulled that phrase out of my head, because I'm just here thinking to myself, Jesus, there's so many people out here. I'm not even religious, so excuse me to those who are, but there's so many communities out here that just don't get it. They don't get it. They talk all this trash. They don't get it. There's a reason Hexicans are so passionate about not only our community, but what we're building here. And, you know, what other community, just like you said, has a leader that's going to say, hey, guys, look, I don't fucking know everything. Please tell me something. Tell me what I need to know. Shoot ideas. Let's chit chat. Let's talk about it. Let's figure out what's the best path forward, because everybody has a stake in this. It's that simple, you know, and you have to appreciate that. That again just even adds more FOMO to me, because it's like people don't get it, you know, because what that does is that removes friction, man. And that's key, because everything in our lives is worsened by friction. And that shit is everywhere, you know? So it's a simple math thing. Once you realize that friction is the key to success and failure, you're good, because that helps you focus on what eliminates that. And Richard has clearly got that figured out. So,
Freddie, man, how much of the 8 hours did you see, or see all of it? And takeaways and what we were just talking about there. I mean, there's so much to talk about, like saying, but I mean, anything that stuck out to you personally, or you know,
sure,
technically.
So, man, like Richard continues to elevate himself above and beyond anyone else, anyone who's developed crypto, anybody who's in crypto, anyone in life, period. Right? So. Okay, you saying hi, bud? There you go. He loved Richard's live stream. So let me get to it. So Richard,
it sounds like he agrees, though.
He's 100% a hex. He's a 5555er for sure.
555.
555.
I was doing the hodl dog. We had the delay there. Anyway, joke from last week. Go ahead.
So, man, the thing I love is that he just has a student mentality, right? He wants to learn from everybody. He's open. That's when you're the most creative, right? When you brainstorm with your peers. And we are all in the system here for Hex. We've all been in for a very long time. So there's probably things that he took from those phone calls that he's going to take and build out on. That's what I took the most from it, man, is like, I love Charles Hoskinson, I guess how you say it, but
Charles Car Salesman.
I haven't seen him do anything like Richard has done on any level, right? Like, going on and having just an open question forum, like, yo, throw it at me. What do you want to know? Let's talk. Let's brainstorm. Let's get ideas out. And then we all know, because we know what Hex is, we know he's going to come through on the other end with like something finished and complete. Like, that's what I took the most from. I saw probably 2, maybe, what time did it start? Because I stopped watching it about like 12:30 or 1.
I say Eastern time. It was like 9:30. I thought.
Was it?
Yeah, I fell asleep to it.
Yeah, me too, dude. I was laying in bed. I had like
6 Pacific-ish.
I woke up at like 2 a.m. and I was like, "Oh, did it start over?"
I was in the chat first. I'm sorry. It started earlier, but you didn't know until you saw it on YouTube. YouTube, it was like 9ish, but it actually started earlier.
Yeah. I saw about 3.5 hours. I was laying in bed. My wife was asleep, and I had my earbuds in. And I'm sitting there trying to listen to it, and I just dozed off. You know, one of those things where you wake up the next morning and you still somehow have the earbuds in, but your phone's on the floor. Yeah. You're like, what happened?
Yeah. Totally, man. Like every other night for me.
I'm just stoked to see where it goes from here, because he delivered with Hex. You know he's going to deliver with Pulse. Like, it's going to happen. It's like Will says, it's math. You know what the result is going to be. You take A plus B and you get C. Like, you know it's there. It's Richard and a chain, and he's putting everything into it. And he's taking the steps necessary to make it successful, right? Like, he's focused. He's not wasting time. Like, he says, look, guys, I wish I could do more. I wish I could talk to you guys. Sorry if I'm not replying to your chats. I need to focus right now. We need to make this happen. Like, it's just so, it's like the week before Christmas. And you know Santa's about to come, and you're like, man, have I been a good kid this year? Like, what's good? You're like making your bed, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're just getting ready for it. And then I think one day, so here's my question. One day we're just gonna wake up and it's gonna be there. My son is like climbing over the couch, which is fine. Is it going to come, like, okay, we'll look back a year or two from now. Is it going to happen before the bull market? That's the question, right? Like, it should be done before then, because we think Hex will pump anyway during the bull market. Do you think that has any impact on anything? I mean, I'm sure if something's not right, he's going to take the time to get it right. And if bull market comes and everything sucks, then whatever. But do we think it's released before the end of this or the next bear market. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say
we're in the bull market now.
Yeah.
I'm drinking. But yeah, does it happen before the bear market?
That is a golden question, I think, because I've thought about that myself. And when we think about it, how perfectly was HEX timed? It just or how it ended up. And we got, it started basically at the beginning of this bull run or in the process of the start of this bull run. So being, a couple years later, possibly for when Pulse comes out or drops, launches, whatever, that is definitely a point to consider there and how it reacts. And then, we've talked on this show a lot about the possibilities of, HEX outperforming in a bear market. It's easy to talk about. It's easy for us to understand because we own the product. We're in the community. We fully understand it. But at the same time, I've said this a lot, bear markets, and some of them get nasty. People will sell anything and everything. Does not matter the cost. Look at gold, the perfect, asset for when things get dicey, so to speak. And then everybody just dropped it.
And unless you have money printers, if you got money printers, then you don't sell those.
Right. And most Hexicans will not. And I think it's going to be an ongoing educational effort for the outside world. And the more the ecosystem grows, the stronger we get. And it's just a matter of us, this channel, RG3, Hexo, all the other great streamers, Maddie, Wales, Knights of the Crypto Table, like all these streams, just putting on, these educational, lack of a better word, clinics, so to speak, but just talking about every night. People slowly get it, and they get it in different ways. Like I found personally, like people get the pitch to where it's like, oh, well, I got this blockchain CD. I'll say it like that. I got this blockchain CD for my niece or nephew for Christmas, and I set the end stake day for their 21st or 25th birthday or something like that. And they're like, really? Wow, that's actually pretty cool because it's, a gift and an investment for them. And they think of all these things. And the most important thing is, oh, you put your trust in a product like that to give to somebody else. And that nails them for me. It's like, oh, well, you gave that to somebody that and you have that much faith in that. And they're like, okay, well, tell me about this because I know, some other people that, or my kids, I'd love to set them up with something like that. And, that's one of the ways I get it started. But I know Wales was onboarding last week during our stream. Is that right?
Yeah.
How'd that work out?
Well, I haven't had a chance to follow up because this has been crazy at work. But maybe next week because I already just logged off, man. I just need some breaks. I need a break from that shit. But he's a smart guy. I'm sure he'll onboard. I'm not really worried about it, to be honest with you. He just didn't FOMO in at that point in time because when we were talking about it, it was like the end of the day. We all just wanted to get the fuck off. But he was interested enough to listen to me talk about HEX for 45 minutes, and it was out of nowhere. I didn't expect to. So
yeah,
he's interested. Good. I mean, you wouldn't sit there and listen to something for 45 minutes if you weren't interested. So that's
right. Unless I like the sound of your voice, and even then, I got my limits.
Yeah, and I don't think he rolls like that. So I'm pretty sure he's going to be buying HEX at some point. So.
Well, Wales, I know we got you probably for like 20 more minutes, and I want to also get into DJ Cryptomatic here. But while you're here, Wales, I did want to just talk about something that's come up on this show, and Richard brought it up, or at least a lot of the callers did. Mm-hmm. So while you're here, all I hear right now is the term topping signals, right, or things like that when it comes to crypto. And I personally, I'll just put it out there and I'll let you go from there. But I'm not buying all these top calls. If everybody's calling the top, it's not
a top yet. Yeah, that's right.
And new highs on a chart for Bitcoin and Ethereum are not bearish. and we're seeing those every few weeks, months, what have you.
Every few days, really.
Well, now, yeah, right now. And I mean, like Chainlink and Polkadot, they're breaking out and then coming back and retracing. But where do you feel? Before you go, give us your feel on where we are in this cycle, because we've had Kareem on here, we've had a lot of people, we've had a bunch of people on Richard's latest stream express their worries about the bear market coming, and I just wanted to get your take.
Sure. So I think that we're actually just getting started as far as the next leg of this cycle, and the reason is because I'm just not seeing it in the charts. Like the sentiment is there for the top to be here, and that's the problem with the call.
And that's been the problem with the S&P for years.
Yeah,
because everybody's been like the top.
And matter of fact, oh my God, let me show you this. Let me share this tweet with you. It was from Crypto Whale, and he was showing the flows in the Tether, or I'm sorry, in the Dogecoin.
Oh yeah.
And that chart was Doge is going up because they're pumping it. It's not because people are buying it, and that's a fact. And here's the proof, right? Because that's like people just, it's easy to believe a narrative when you can't verify it, and that's the funny thing. This is all stuff that it can be verified, but people won't sit there and put in the work. Hold on, let me see. I mean, when you're on Twitter, you're fortunate enough to be able to not have to do that much work, and somebody's gonna dig it up, and somebody always does. Give me a second, because now I can't find the damn thing. Nope, this is not it. Jesus, I know I have it somewhere in here.
It's so annoying when crypto noobs are like, "Hey man, I just sold my Robinhood stocks. I'm gonna buy Doge." Like, oh my God. I want to jump head face first off at the top of my house.
Somebody was coming at me about Doge versus Hex today because I tweeted about Doge, and I was like, and I didn't even at him. Like I just quoted, but I guess I hashtag Dogecoin, and then he jumped in, Mr. Bro with 13 followers, and tried to educate me about these are the best too. And I was like, man, I can't get sucked into this. And he's like, well,
it's not worth
while you hope that your coin does this and this and this, my Doge is doing this. I'm like, bro, if you buy the bottom in Hex, I think I'm good. You didn't. And
right.
I was like, I'm not going to rub it in his face, but I'm just like, holy crap, man. And I was like, take a look at the chart. Number one crypto of last year, Doge has a long way to go especially because of a meme coin to even get where Hex. It just stirs me up like Freddie.
Freddie brought up a good point with everyone and their mothers showing how they bought Doge on Robinhood, right? And Robinhood is the key there. All these new investors, all these retail investors, all these people that actually don't really invest that often. It's all about the mobile apps. It's all about ease of convenience,
ease of access
to funds and investments. And
which is why Staker is huge, man.
Exactly, that's where I'm going. Because as easy as much
untapped.
as I hate Robinhood, it's what everyone uses. It's the easiest thing for people to feel like they're investing. So that's why Staker becomes the game changer. Right now, Staker's not there because the fact we have that huge barrier to entry with the fact that you don't get a wallet when you download Staker right away. When we go to Pulse Chain and Steph and Firebun can afford to provide everyone a wallet from the rip, that's game over, dude. That's 100%. Game over. That's when we start absolutely going to freaking Saturn. That's
not even going to be fair.
That's when it's a wrap because there's nothing. All these other cryptocurrencies they want to talk about, they have these killer apps and all that stuff. No, Staker is the killer app.
Nothing comes close to Staker, man.
It's the moment we get to Pulse Chain and they're able to present that wallet free, almost pennies on the dollar from the rip. That's when we absolutely get mass adoption. That's when we get the entire retail FOMO. Yep. That's why it's so crucial for Richard to work on this Pulse Chain to get it done. And then other platforms in the ecosystem like Staker app that are so important, they can work to the way they were supposed to work from the start. That's the key. That's where we need to get to. That's why Richard working on this fork is so important. That's why this all comes back to this is why this takes priority over everything else.
Staker is the next Robin Hood.
Add to the Doge thing, because that's the hype at the moment, just to finish off that one, because Richard posted about this, I think 2 hours ago, that 70% of the Doge supply is held by 100 people or
103.
Yep. Yeah.
One wallet has like $15 billion worth of Doge.
So good luck. I mean, they
word is that's
a billion.
Yeah. Oh, really? That would be nuts.
That's the word on the street.
Who? What'd you say, Whales?
The word on the street is that's Robinhood's wallet.
The number one wallet owns $15 billion worth of Doge.
So
United States dollars?
Mm-hmm.
15 billion USD.
15 billion.
Yes,
with a B.
And Doge with a D.
Watch it be Richard, and he's gonna be like, "I'm dumping on you, bitches."
It's not Richard.
I know it's not, but oh my god, I would laugh my ass off.
Robin Hood.
Even the kid got upset at that.
Get out of here. I don't want to hear it.
Come on, man. He was like, "What's the lion say?" There we go.
Love it.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, it could be Robin Hood. That's nuts.
So here's the funky thing about crypto, right? Is math and code, right? So the question becomes, well, what's gonna cause the reset, the forced reset in prices, right? Because in 2017, 2018, Bitcoin topped out first before Ethereum did, like big time. Like you saw the bifurcation in both price, returns. Like it was obvious. So the question that becomes, well, is it going to be different now? Because today, Bitcoin looks like it's really, really exhausted, right? But the problem I have is that it's looked like this before, and I've seen the volume spikes, like the usual top signals. I've seen them before. And Ethereum isn't looking too hot either. But the problem with this is that, again, a lot of this stuff operates in a vacuum. So you really have to have people selling the hell out of it in mass in order for it to really go down. You understand? So it's not like legacy finance markets where you have a two-way order book. It's not like that. So it's a little different, which makes the call even harder to make. Because look, I've been cautious on the market since about 57 or so. And we've gone up to, let me see, we've gone up all the way to 65 almost. So that's, 8 G's against my cautious stance, right? What's going on, Maddie? So, and Ethereum was at like 1,800 at the time, maybe even 2,000. And it just keeps going. So the question is, what is actually happening during the consolidation periods? Because
Ethereum's a beautiful chart, man.
Right. I think that's going to keep going to 5K.
That is a beautiful chart.
6K.
Right. 6K. I mean, I'm just giving you the easy target. I'm
trying to outdo you by one.
Yeah. No.
What's the next?
I'll do the 10K then.
Oh, right. I mean, it's just crazy because, man, look, I remember when Ethereum first came out. This shit made no sense. And look at it now.
And this is the thing with Ethereum, right, too? Like, they're leaving the door open this cycle. Like they fucked up. They're still gonna do well, but they left the damn door. They left the whole barn door wide open.
Yeah, they're inviting trouble.
A lot of trouble. Polkadot's coming. Richard Hart is fucking kicking that door in now.
Oh man, look,
bro, it's
you don't poke the bear.
Yeah, it's gonna get real ugly for Ethereum next cycle. This cycle, it'll still do very well. We could see anywhere upwards of 10 to 12K Ethereum by the end of the bull cycle, but next cycle, Ethereum's going to be in trouble. They're going to be in a lot of trouble if they continue to lag behind. Yeah, I wouldn't either. 10K Ethereum's very obtainable.
Richard Hart is forking ETH, so love the screen name there.
I mean, if you guys thought I was bullish before, this damn ETH fork makes me so much more bullish. It's ridiculous because you're no longer going to have to deal with the Ethereum network. Like, you're going to have your own DEX. You're going to have your own chain. Like, officially going to be like Maybach status. Like, top.
It just seems like so much. Just
that's
like
a good way to
casual observation, it seems like so much to take on in such a short period of time.
But you have to remember, dude, you can copy paste most of this shit.
Yeah.
So it's not that daunting, right? It's just, well, how do we modify what already exists to make it superior?
Yep.
That's what he has to battle with, right? And that's why he's looking for input, because the shit's already there, bro. If BNB has a fucking chain, my dude, we got a fucking chain. I'm sorry. Like, people need to calm down.
And it's doing well.
Doing
well.
Yeah, it actually,
like, you get what I'm saying? Like, there's no way that we cannot pull this off and be significantly superior. Like, if you don't think that, good luck to you.
I'm investing so heavy into Pulse Chain.
Oh my god, it's not even gonna be funny.
You have no idea.
Oh my god.
I'm getting capital together right now.
Dude, I can't wait. I literally think about this shit all day.
Let's do a.
Here's the question though: do you buy Pulse when Pulse drops? Do you buy Pulse, or do you buy Hex and stake it on Pulse?
Same difference.
I mean, if you just buy Hex now, then you get a duplicate anyway. So you should just buy it now, get the duplicate, so now you have it on too.
Yeah, if you don't.
But in the future, when Pulse drops, are you buying Pulse? Are you buying Hex? Or are you buying both?
So you gotta just be cognizant of what the market's doing. Keep an eye on both. I'm not selling both, that's for damn sure. But when you go to buy more Hex, you do need to keep an eye on what the market is leaning towards. I imagine it's going to lead towards Pulse Chain. It's cheaper transaction. If I want to end a 5-year stake, I want to pay pennies on the dollar, as opposed to Ethereum. If they can't get their damn shit together and we're in a bull market, you could be paying hundreds of thousands of dollars just to end a stake. So I think Pulse Chain is ultimately going to win. But
unbelievable.
But Ethereum Hex on the Ethereum chain is still going to gain value. Whether Ethereum wants to fix their shit and lower the fees, then it becomes Hex on the Ethereum chain. Legacy Hex becomes more valuable. Or we just go into a bear cycle and the bear fixes the fees for us, and then the Ethereum Hex on Ethereum is going to become more valuable again, because again, fees are down. It's now cheap for us to end stake. So either way, I think both chains are going to be do very well. A lot of people don't realize a lot of these forks take place because there's an issue with the coin. There's some solution. There's some problem that's trying to be solved with a fork, like Bitcoin Cash. One side thought bigger blocks was better. The Hex works beautifully. Hex is perfect. Hex does everything it's supposed to do and then some. And so the fork, just having two versions, having two copies of that, congratulations, you just became almost twice as rich.
Exactly. Like, what's wrong with you? I'm loving it.
Keep
and
both.
You're gonna get a copy, and you're gonna get a version of some other coin. Like,
my god!
And you know it's gonna have Richard Hart signature touch on it. Like, what are you worried about?
It's all dollar signs right now.
Yeah,
here's
dollar signs.
I'm so hyped.
Here's one thing I've thought about too is if it's like, okay, well, if you're a big player and you're just like, okay, I'm ditching this ETH Hex crap, and you start doing some EESs and end stake, people that are hanging around are going to get those bonuses, and they're going to see the rewards, right?
Correct.
I mean, it's going to embolden them to hang on to that. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but
my main takeaway from that crazy long stream, that this ETH Hex and the Pulse Hex, where he said that the price will actually not be pegged to each other. So the Pulse Hex will start, I guess, from zero, and then the market has to define that. So once that's available, if you have cash on the side, you could actually, if you missed out on getting the original hack, which is still cheap, but even we all know it was even cheaper. So you might have the chance to get a lot of cheaper Pulse hacks. But then what he said at the same time was that, and this was just my observation, maybe a bit too German there, but let me just add to the speculation, because he said at the same time we will do a copy of the whole state where Ethereum is at the moment of the snapshot. And we all know this curve with the T-share rate constantly going up. So this will be for also Pulse hacks, and let's say it's in 6 months from now, already at a very high stage. So while you might be able to get a lot of cheap Pulse hacks, you might not be able to get as good a stakes as you have in your Ethereum hacks when you staked from a year ago. You see what I mean? Like
that's a great point. Yeah,
it will be more difficult to get similar good stakes.
Yeah, you still won't get a good t-shirt rate.
Yeah,
I mean,
whatever it is when the snapshot.
I could be wrong, but this is kind of what stuck.
I mean, it's possible.
If we thought we had great game theory already, this multiplies it. Exponentially.
Which brings up another point. Not only will the game theory multiply it, the gains, right? You think so too? The gains are gonna multiply it. Like, he's all about the gains. He's about mad gains. So like imagine, so I was saying this the other night during the live stream, is like if we saw a 352, Bud, come here.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he's good. So there's like this toy. We have a toy kitchen, and he's down here, and he's like baking a cake in the toy kitchen or something. He wants me to he's fixing his dinner or whatever. No, he's good. No, but okay, so Hex did a 352x by the end of the year
without interest.
Without interest. What is the percent that we see in the first year from Pulse? 500. Now that Richard has been through it once and knows what he's doing, he's gonna know. Like the first time you do something, you're like, cool. The second time, you're like, yo, last time I should have done this, and this better. Like the day one FOMO, he was like, I wish I would have put more in on day one, so the people who FOMO'd could have got more.
And it's not even that, right? Too, it's all the haters that we had in the beginning that were yelling scam and everything like that. Yeah, sure. They will be right alongside us investing this time because they
100% because they know what happened.
Yo, imagine that.
Oh my god!
I can't even imagine that. That would be so fucking vindicating. Oh my god!
Watch it. I'm telling you right now. They're all watching.
That's so funny.
And they're gonna be FOMOing. Day one, they are gonna FOMO in 100%.
They want a replication of that 352. They might.
Well, they might start FOMOing now, staking some T-shares out to get whatever they can in an airdrop or whatever fork or whatever. Maybe they're already FOMOing in.
After he makes some announcements, I think that's when the FOMO will start. Because right now, I mean, it's fun speculation. I think we chatted about. But what man, your point, Freddie, is valid there. I think it's like there's gonna be a certain degree of FOMO. It's like, when is that going to happen? And like based upon how this is all constructed, it could go 5 different ways right now. And how are you going to FOMO? That's all going to be dictated by what we hear in the coming weeks, I think. So yeah, and somebody mentioned an AA type scenario earlier. I think I heard it just brought up. I'm not sure if it was you, Freddie, or Wales, but that question was also asked in the 8-hour stream. And I wanted to put this out to the group because I think, based upon the vibes that I got, he could very well be leaning towards another AA type scenario, because when that question was asked, he kind of, his body language, I think, suggested he was kind of favorable to it, but at the same time, he declined to comment. But the way he declined to comment was like, it very well might be another one of those situations. Although obviously not exactly the same as what we saw. But how Motley, do you have any thoughts? Or Freddie, go ahead. Any thoughts of how that could play out?
Yeah. I thought he said that he was leaning away from an AA type situation on the next one. He didn't know, but he was kind of leaning away from it. He didn't. Maybe I misunderstood it. But
well, it was an 8-hour stream.
Yeah.
Right. The part that I noted, he was like, I don't know. He's like, I can't comment on that right now, which suggested to me that it's like, okay, well, he's definitely thinking about it. But again, I've listened probably 80% of it, so I might have missed something there too.
You've listened to twice as much as me. I got about 3 hours in that night before I passed out. So I would probably take, I'd go with what you heard over what I heard. But I
wish I would have timestamped it, but yeah.
Right. Shut up, Vince. God. He's always trying to jump in. Man. Everyone's like trying to have a conversation. You're just overpowering everyone. I feel like Vince needs to take a shot.
He's always drinking his sparkling water.
Process liquor very well. He's probably done after one.
Every 5 minutes or 10 minutes that Vince goes without talking, he should have to take a shot. Like, you got to earn your keep, bro. You got to talk or you got to take a shot. Like, let's go. Happy hour. Come on, dog.
So what was the question, Cabana? Was it asking if we're going to have another adoption amplifier for whatever the native
I didn't
pulse
write
is?
all of it down.
It was something like that.
Yeah, I had it in my notes that he was asked about it and he declined to comment. And what I do remember, I think fairly accurately, and maybe chat, I'll open up to you guys. I mean, put it in there if you know what I'm talking about. But I think somebody did. Well, I know somebody asked him about it, and he was like, "Hey, I can't really, I'm not gonna comment on that right now." Or he said something not verbatim, but
I remember him saying like he wasn't sure yet.
Yeah, I think we're like 50.
Like
I think we're like 50-50 whether or not he actually does it. And if he does do it, it will be much shorter than what we did with HEX, would be my guess. It would not be a year long. Just with the time restraints.
I am totally with you, Motley, on that because I don't want to do another year. I mean, we're already live.
Can you imagine just like a 1 month adoption amplifier? Oh my god, each day would be nuts. You might want to get in on day one on that one. I don't know.
Yeah,
like
day 3.
Jeez.
All right, well, I think we got Wales for like another minute or couple, but I just wanted to go around the room, and Motley and I have chatted about this off air, but just in terms of right now, without being 3 weeks from now and knowing more about Pulse and HEX, what are you stacking per se? Are you buying HEX? Are you staking HEX? Are you buying Ethereum? I'll just start. I'm buying ETH. I'm buying maybe some other ETH competitors like maybe some DOT, just some coins that I like with the long-term idea, long-term meaning, months from now before Pulse hits, of converting that over once I know the full, I guess, array of what we're dealing with. If, the whole chain's getting copied or, things like that. So what are you doing right now, Vince?
Well, I just finished putting in some more money for HEX and then making some new stakes. But
can't be wrong with that.
Yeah. I also have a little more money coming in. So, and what I'm thinking of doing is parking it in USDC, and then just waiting for I'll probably buy Pulse with it, assuming that the price discovery starts from 0. Probably get a good chunk of that.
And that's my thing. I'm not owning these coins. I'm just kind of like hedging my bets right now with the long-term goal to put it into whatever happens. So I'm kind of just like spreading it out, and I'm treating, I know it sounds silly, but this is just, I call it a discretionary savings account because it's crypto. So I feel good, with some ETH, some Link, some DOT, whatever, with the long-term thought of, it's going towards a Pulse or HEX. It's just waiting to figure that out. Motley, I know, at least I think you like the ETH. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. So strategy right now for me is I still have a couple stakes coming out this year. So those are all getting thrown out further because obviously they're going to double once we come on the fork. So that's my goal as far as that. Continue more HEX stakes, longer out, obviously longer peg is better. In the meantime, kind of like you, I'm building up my surplus bags of Ethereum. And just like you said as well, I'm also looking at Polkadot because I think in the short term, Polkadot could do a better run up than ETH, looking at potentially $100 Polkadot relatively quickly. So those are kind of the two I'm focusing on kind of as my semi-safe plays to continue increasing my buying power without having to put more money in. When the time comes, dump it all into Pulse Chain HEX, and just go from there. That's my tentative plan right now.
I'm fine with that, man. DJ Cryptomatic, you got anything that you're stacking? You just chilling with HEX? What do you like right now, leading up to this anticipation, whatever it may lead to?
Yeah, exactly. No. I will definitely ape, as they say, into Pulse whenever that is out. No, I'm one of, like Hodl Dog said last year, last episode, not last year. I'm also one of those rec plebs of 2017 and took part in the ICO mania and still have a lot of bags from those times. I didn't sell everything for HEX. I bought HEX with new money, and I'm okay with my HEX situation. But I see now a lot of those old bags that I still hold are pumping, and as soon as something pumps, right on selling it and really stacking Ethereum and Tether at the moment to then be able to invest into Pulse. Yeah.
Nice. Wales, before you go, man, what's your plan, if I may ask?
Sure. Well, I currently do have some ETH, but what I will continue to do, well, I'm riding that one until I think it's done.
Yep.
So then, of course, I get more HEX because that's what it's all about. I only really own HEX, and I always think about like buying other coins because I get it, but every time I like sit there and think about it, it just doesn't make sense because HEX is still so cheap. So I
struggle with the same thing, bro.
I always end up putting my money back in HEX. So I just stopped, and now it's just either ETH, USDC, or HEX. So it's pretty much it for me.
The struggle is real.
Yeah, it is very real. So when I'm actually going to acquire HEX, I'll pick either the ETH or the USDC route, depending which one gives me more. Like, I'm very finicky. I'm very, very picky with how I buy my HEX because I really want as many coins as I can possibly get my hands on because it matters for those T-shares, man.
Yeah, man.
It does. Those T-shares, man. Gotta love them.
Oh, gotta love them.
Gotta love them.
All right, man. Before we get to Freddie, are you good? You out? You?
Yeah. I do gotta head out.
Okay.
I just didn't want to, mess up the flow of the stream.
No, it's all good, man. I just want to make sure I said goodbye before you go, and not have you to interject to say goodbye. So
no.
Thank you so much for coming by, man.
My pleasure, man.
Thanks for coming, Wales.
Yeah, good looking, Wales.
My pleasure.
Do your thing. Keep doing your thing.
Yes.
I don't know how to do anything else.
Don't stop.
Wales, you're not going to Vegas, are you?
I think I am. Yeah.
Oh, you are.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I intend to. Yeah.
Awesome.
I intend to go for sure.
See you out there then.
Yeah, I think I can escape New York City. We'll see.
Nice. Yeah, take some time off.
Yeah,
right. We'll see. All right. I'll check in with you guys as soon as possible. What's going on, Rec? I'm out. I'll be in touch with you guys soon. All right.
Later, bro.
Later,
guys.
Be good, man.
Freddie, what are you stacking HEX? Maybe some ETH, or what's your say few months plan for all this to play out?
My few months plan is as long as I have. Oops, am I still there?
You're here.
Okay. My monitors just all went crazy. I kicked my plug. So I'm 100% on HEX, man. I dumped everything else I had. I finally dumped my 88 bag back in December. At 19 cents, I kind of kicked myself in the ass. Like, I never make the right decision, right? Like,
that's why HEX is so perfect for us.
Right.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
What Motley said.
If I dump something, it's pumping. Like, you might as well just take that as a buy signal because if I dump something, it's buying.
Exactly. So last week I put up a tweet and I was like, so should I FOMO now at all-time highs or should I wait until we have new all-time highs and FOMO again? Just because like I always do the wrong thing. Like, and it's messed up because sometimes I'll be like, I'll try to overthink myself. Like, okay, this is what I want to do, but I'm going to outsmart myself because usually everything I do is the wrong thing. So now I'm going to wait. And then it still ends up being the wrong time. Right? It's like, what the hell is my problem?
Yeah.
So I'm all in with HEX, man. So I've got a bunch of different wallets. As long as I have a little bit of ETH in each one to make transactions, end stakes, re-up. But I'm all in. I do have some semi-liquid stakes that I call, some smaller stacks that I'm keeping.
Some rolling stakes.
Yeah, the rolling stakes. So I'll do a 30-day, 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 and I don't care that they lose T-shares. I got to go through it what it is because I told myself at the beginning, these are what I'm going to have, and if we moon, then that's what I'm going to sell when it comes time. And but I mean, I've got my Kareem says, I've got my dream accounts and all that stuff set, 5555s, college plan, whatever. Everything's ready. Early retirement, though, I have liquid. So when I can, I'll dollar cost out. And then when we see some sort of correction, I'll dollar cost back in and continue to probably stake those short term. But I'm all HEX, 100%, except for my gas fees.
Got it.
I forgot one thing, Cabana Crypto.
Yo.
MetaMask airdrop. That's also
man.
That's
we've
that's
been waiting.
also that's
I've been hearing
also
Motley
potentially
talk
some
about that
capital
for
I
like
have.
3 months. Like, hey, we might have MetaMask coming. Do you know something we don't? Is it coming soon?
It's been coming soon for months, according to Motley.
No.
I
mean,
he knows what we
I'll mess it
don't.
with him. I'll mess it with him.
He just worked really hard to set that up with like 25
which mean like Freddie said, like which probably means it's not coming, right? Like
Right.
if I worked really hard on it, it's probably not coming.
For your 1,000 wallets, I hope it comes, man.
But I mean, just look at it, right? Like everyone went from airdrops to everyone just kind of stopped, and there's still all these dexes and these aggregators that they want new people, new customers to come to their platform. So that airdropping is a good way to not only print free money for them, but incentivize that. Right. So this is what they're waiting on, right? They're waiting on this FOMO wave of retail investors to come to the space, because when you want to release free money, you want to release it when you have the most new retail investors in the space. So like, I think they're waiting for us to get closer to that peak FOMO wave, to that frothy, just overhyped bull cycle. So that could be within the next month or two. Who knows? But fingers crossed that goes through. Your boy is sitting right for Pulse Chain for sure.
So I got a quick question for you, Motley, and you probably know this. So, and I don't know like the technical side, the back end stuff, like. So Uniswap, right? Like Hexicans, we use Uniswap or 1inch or whatever, and then set it.
Matcha for limit orders, yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So with Pulse, like, okay, there's going to be something. There's going to be a DEX. Are we just going to get on a different layer or different level? Like everyone was talking about, and Coffee made that one video about like switch over to this one, and then it took Hexo like 13 hours to get his money back out of it. Like, what kind of DEX is Pulse going to have?
Well, so layer 1, layer 2 is different than like a decentralized exchange, right? So like Pulse Chain is just going to be a fork of Ethereum, so it's still going to be on layer 1. And I don't think Richard's really going to fuck around with layer 2 too much, just because it's not really proven yet and still clunky and sloppy. So like he said earlier, it's just going to be as simple as being able to go in your MetaMask and just clicking to a different chain.
Okay.
As far as the decentralized exchanges going, us having our own, that might be in the future game plan for Richard coming down the road. But I think Pulse Chain, one, it'll be easy. Obviously, you can put anything on a DEX. As long as it's an actual decentralized exchange, like anything can be listed on there. So that's not a problem. I think Pulse Chain will go one step further, and we won't have that barrier to entry like we did with HEX, where we got gate kept and roadblocked. This might be the first time where we actually see it start popping up on a lot of big exchanges as well. Whether that ends up being a net positive or a net negative, we'll see. But this is one of the big things that Richard is trying to take out of the equation this time, is to eliminate the gatekeeping from the get-go. And like something as simple as copying the entire system state of Ethereum and giving everyone a free airdrop of their tokens on Pulse Chain might be that enough of an incentive to essentially bring down all the gates that HEX had to run into from the start. So like, I think the strategy and I think the mindset is a little bit different going in than what it was for HEX originally. So it's going to be interesting to watch it as it comes down the pipeline. But yeah, I mean, Pulse, you'll be able to get that on a DEX, no problem. And I think we'll even probably see it on a lot of major exchanges, like where we did not see that with HEX initially.
Does that open up, obviously, more pathways for HEX? Like, that brings mass adoption, right? Or
of course.
At least something. It brings something.
Yeah, of course.
And that's so crazy, man.
And then that all roads lead back to HEX as well too. So all the Pulse Chain and Pulse tokens, everything like that all leads back to HEX too. So it's one big funnel. So it's just like get rich, get richer, get stupid fucking wealthy. It all just funnels down.
The giving tree.
It's the fucking giving tree. The motherfucking giving tree.
The motherfucking giving tree.
Yep.
Side note, have you ever read or have you seen like the bedtime story, Go the Fuck to Sleep?
No.
Yes.
Oh my God. Motley. When this ends, you have to go on YouTube and pull up Samuel L. Jackson, Go the Fuck to Sleep.
Oh,
and he's reading a kid's book. And it's like a legit kid's book, and he's reading it, and it is amazing. Oh my God. Yeah, the motherfucking giving tree reminded me of that for some reason.
Totally endorse on that one.
It's good, right? It's good.
Is this something you guys actually read to your kids?
No.
Well, before they understand words, probably.
So
just for fun.
So he's a year and a half, and he's like, he says words like, it's crazy at a year old, like just being able to dictate.
They pick up on a lot.
Yeah. So my wife was like, Fred, and I gave up cursing for Lent, and it lasted like a day. She was like, you have to stop cursing in front of the kid, because now he's saying words and like he's repeating things that we're saying. Like he goes, wow, and like all this crazy stuff. So I know one day he's like, he knows maybe 15 or 20 words. He's just going to drop an F-bomb. And I'm like, I'm screwed. I'm screwed.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go to school. You're gonna have to go to school and explain yourself. Like, where do you learn this again? Like, shit.
Right. So I don't read that to him now, but the video is amazing, and it's a real kids book. It's 100% a real kids book. So. Nice.
I'll check it out. That's a kid's book. I would write.
Right. Go the F to sleep.
Go to fucking sleep.
And it, like, a lot of it rhymes too, which is wonderful. So, yes. So let's talk a little music, because we have a guest of honor down here, Mr. DJ Cryptomatic. So we've been talking, about you, mentioning in streams for the past few weeks. I just love the concept of music and just the Hex family that we got going on, and as big as it is, and the interaction in your chats and everything like that. Just me flat out being a music lover, I just dig it flat out. And the variety too. Like, I'm a fan of every genre. I'm partial to maybe some 80s, maybe some country, maybe some hip hop when I run. But yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself, man, because I haven't, heard much about you personally. Like, I guess, maybe, a quick journey through, career and DJ and how you got to Hex.
Yeah, my Hex story. When I start on this, I tend to waffle off into the ocean. So please, when it gets boring, please bring
all
me
good.
back.
No, we want to learn about
tell
you.
Us the whole
and interrupt. No. My story there, and I probably have to start with Bitcoin, really, when we're talking crypto. Before Hex, I learned about that very early in 2012, even 2013, because I had a buddy of mine who was mining Bitcoin on his laptop, and back then I think there were these looked like USB sticks that had a GPU on it, and you could set up a whole array. Got them from China or something, and so he was mining, and he was showing it to me. And then this was just at the time when Bitcoin made the jump from $10, where it was sitting, to 60, and everybody was going crazy because they sold all of their Bitcoin at $10. And think about today what the prices are. So now he showed this to me, so I had it in front of me, and I looked at it and said, no, that's a scam. That's not. I'm not getting involved in that.
Reflex.
What an opportunity I missed. So I was always looking, and then again lost that thought. And then in 2017, I kind of revisited crypto again and saw the mad gains, and then of course blamed myself. Like, man, if you would have got in back then, how much? Is this the Hex story as well? The longer you hold, the better it is or appreciates in value. And then I said, all right, now this time I will not stand on the sideline, and let's get involved. And then I took some of my savings and invested and bought my first Bitcoin. And in 2017, then really from a couple of $1,000 only, rode my portfolio up to a six-figure amount at the height of the bull run, and then didn't sell because I thought that wasn't it. It will always continue like
just
that.
Keeps going.
It all came crashing down, and I didn't know anything about markets, really not financially literate, nothing. This is always an example when I say that when I turn on like CNBC or Bloomberg now, back then when I turned it on, I looked at it, all these numbers flying and charts. I didn't understand anything what they were talking about. And now when I turn that on, I understand everything, exactly what they are saying. So this is a whole another world. This is financial literacy, really, what we say. So massive learning curve, learning about markets, got wrecked, got scammed, got my wallets hacked on my Ether wallet. lost about $15,000 worth of crypto at the time. So really made all the mistakes. That's why I like Crypto Coffee's course so much. If he can save a few people like me from making those early mistakes. And then I figured out, oh, there's something like a hardware wallet, so you learn step by step by step. And yeah, during those times, I also found Richard and then listened to all of his streams in 2017, and when he called the bear market then in January 2018. And so yeah, was very much drawn to his personality as a thought leader in the space. And same as Hodldog said, like when he can dismantle somebody on stream that he doesn't agree with, but at the same time he is super intelligent. So I was kind of drawn into, because usually people who are like that are not very intelligent, but he is both. So he can, be sort of can yell and swear and stuff, but at the same time he can be super intelligent if he senses that the other side that he's talking to is with him, or is that it's an intelligent conversation, basically. So yeah, and then for me it was clear, no matter what he would come out with, that I would get invested in. And then so I've been part of this whole journey. I've got the day one FOMO badge, like totally aped in with too much on the first day. And then dollar cost average the first 2 months, really December, January. Yeah, build my HEX back. And then was really following the space. And then around the big payday, it was really Johnny Chaos, coming to the music now, that brought me to this idea, because he said, whatever you're good at, we need to improve our outbound marketing. Whatever you're good at, go and stream about it, and here is how you stream from your phone. Like, he really made a tutorial. Like this other guy, we have Markable Thoughts, he would probably turn in his grave, because when you stream from the mobile phone is not the greatest quality.
They were a little rough.
Just the general idea, basically, how easy it was. And then I checked with Richard, actually, at the time. Checked with him on Telegram and said, I have this idea about music stream, like a DJ situation, but have some HEX talk in the chat. And he was like, yeah, that's cool, go for it. And then so I got my equipment together and then started. And the idea, the original idea, was really not that it's so much a community hangout, which it has become now. As you said, you've mentioned me on these streams and gave me the shout outs, and that is just an amazing outcome that wasn't planned, that I didn't really expect, which is great. But that was not that I ever had in mind, because I'm really a nobody in this space. But the idea was really to play music.
Don't even say that. Hey, don't say that.
True at all.
Just be humble. No, but
we all play our role, man.
I was gonna say, everybody has a different
that's maybe true.
value.
Because now with this pandemic as well, that all the DJs that are out there, they're basically out of a job, because all the clubs are closed. There are no festivals going on, and they all seem to have found their way to Twitch. Like, there's hundreds, thousands of DJs playing on there, and with them came this whole DJ audience also to Twitch. So I'm trying to tap into this, basically, get people into the stream with music, and then have them go, okay, we like the music, but what is all this HEX you've got going on here? Like all these, the symbols and all of this. And then we could shill HEX to them. That was really the main idea of this channel. But I was very lucky that a lot of the OG Hexicans joined the streams very early on, like, people who are very much respected, like Children of the Grave and Nado and Balaji. I'm forgetting names, but there's a lot of them that are always in your chats, and they hang out with me there from day one. And the Hexicans basically built the base audience and the base viewership, because on Twitch it's an absolute numbers game. You must have a certain amount of viewers to be seen among this vast list of other DJs playing on there. So I'm very grateful that the Hexicans and you guys, with the promotion and the retweeting and all of that's going on, which is absolutely fantastic, built this base viewership. And that's how we actually managed already to onboard people. And it's really about getting no coiners, as we say, into HEX. That is what's behind it. But it's not an educational show. It's a music show. It's not what you do here. You discuss what's new, or the Balliet brand. It helps people, I don't know, in this, we're already in the space. We're trying to get people into the space that are not already in. So that is kind of what it is. Yeah, and I'm a pro DJ career, retired from that, but I have 11 years of really professional DJing behind me. I played in big clubs with 2,000-3,000 people, festivals, had radio situations, and so what I'm doing there is professional. It's not amateur nights. DJs are always about their craft. It's like we don't like other DJs. We're like crabs in a bucket, always pulling each other down. But
yeah, I'm looking at your residency list, man, and it is like I can't pronounce half the places here, but
yeah, it's all in Germany.
Yeah, they're all in Germany. But
do you live in Germany?
There's like 10 of them.
I do. I'm close to Munich in the south of Germany. Yeah, so yeah, I did that for 11 years, so I know how to rock a crowd, hack a party. It's about what you play and when to play it. Plus all the mixing and the scratching and all of this. So yeah, I'm trying, even if it's only 3 viewers, I'm trying to give the best show always that I can and get people engaged. It was a bit of a learning thing though too, because usually I only take care of the music, and in a club I would have other guys, like one who is only managing the lights, and you have your team, and there I'm sitting in my basement.
Don't have enough arms.
I'm running the music. I'm checking the chat. I'm running.
Oh yeah, you're interacting with the chat. It's awesome.
So it's all in one man show, and I'm exhausted after 2 hours really of doing that. But that as well, I love it so much. It's my passion, and I hope that comes across when I'm.
It does, man. It makes me happy that this community is like kind of like inspired you a little bit to bring that back, and just I don't know if anybody or everybody has seen the tweets or whatever. I'll just mention it for everybody watching right now. After we end here, or as we end, we'll throw it over to DJ Cryptomatic. He's going to do a small set before the Hexologist goes live. So we're just going to have a whole night of Hex, man.
That is awesome.
Yeah, we're going to do happy hour. We're going to throw it to DJ Cryptomatic. He's going to throw up the Hexologist. I guess everybody can have a bite to eat or whatever before Discourse Syndicate tonight. And
it's going to be cool as shit.
It's going to be awesome.
Going to some classic hip hop tunes. Hell yeah. I've seen RG3. He says that KRS-One, man, you need to play KRS-One. So that's awesome. What we're gonna play. He's just amazing.
I have a music question for you, bro. If I can jump in real quick.
Heck yeah, dude. Love it.
So like what so you came up, like I don't know how old you are, like what genre did you grow up in? Like what decade did you like have most influence you? Like what genre of music most influence you? I mean, club, hip hop.
I'm rather old. I'm almost 50. I'm born in the 70s. So
okay. So I'm almost 40, right? So I'm 38. So I was born in the 80s, but I grew up mostly on hip hop from the early 90s, like Biggie, Pop, all that stuff, right? Even maybe a little bit earlier. Maybe KRS was like a little before my time. But is that your go-to genre? Are you a hip hop guy or?
I'm a hip hop guy from day one. The thing is, I was, that was in 81, 82. I was an 8-year-old. Just imagine this, an 8-year-old boy in my own little room with my radio in Germany. Yeah, no exposure to urban black music whatsoever. It wasn't in school, wasn't on our radio, nothing. So we listened to AFN, the Armed Forces Network, and they had 8 o'clock. They had it was more disco at the time, the disco era. But they played on that Sugar one Hill evening, and I remember like it's today. It was on a Wednesday at 10 o'clock. They played Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5, The Message. And whenever I heard that song, that must have turned some kind of a switch in my head. Ever since then, I was hooked onto hip hop music, hip hop culture. Then came the breakdancing, swapped over to Germany. And then that really started to take off in 87, 88, 89 with Eric B. and Rakim and Public Enemy. And so I'm totally into this music. But my DJing job, I would have loved to be a hip hop DJ, but I was playing commercial clubs, so I had to play dance music and more R&B and soul, or the oldies nights. So I was never actually able in a club to do my hip hop thing. Now on Twitch I can. So
that's awesome, dude.
I'm actually more of a hip hop fan, but to DJ hip hop is also more difficult, I believe. To just play a set of house or techno music, like the hip hop DJs, I believe, are the more talented than these other guys. It's pretty much a genre thing.
What has been? I wanted to ask this one. What has been? And it's probably hard with all your experience, but what has been, like your, I don't want to say World Series, but your like favorite moment as a DJ? Like you just had a night, the crowd was just insane. What kind of music was it? What was like the event, or where was it? Do you have one that just stands out in your mind and be like, man, that night was just electric? And if every crowd and every set could be like that, I want it to be like that one. Is there just one?
That's hard to pinpoint.
Yeah,
there have been many nights like this, and each night is a different crowd, and you, even though similar songs, but you rock them a bit differently. So that's really, really hard to pinpoint. But I've played in the Heidelberg area, like really, really big clubs, and for us as club DJs, the goal is you want to have that Saturday night residency at the go-to club in your town. So this is a hustle to constantly defend your spot in that town against other DJs who want to grab that spot from you. So it's a constant hustle about these residencies, and maybe that's why I'm comfortable on Twitch, because it's a hustle for viewers. So it's an ongoing competition there. It's very competitive, really. Yeah.
Have you seen?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, you go, bro. You want to go?
No. All you, man. You guys are the music guys. I love hearing it. Go ahead.
So my wife and I just finished on Netflix, I think it was, The Evolution of Hip Hop. Have you seen that yet?
I've started watching. I haven't seen the full.
I heard that was actually really good.
Oh my god! So it teaches you.
I think
from
I'm
everything.
2 episodes in. Yeah.
Yeah. So hip hop started from DJs. Like hip hop started from DJs, and what they would do is they would play the breaks on old classics. They would just take their records, and then like the best part of the track back then was the break, right, bud? It was the break. So like it come down, and then that's also needle dropping. So you had the break, just that one point in the song where like the bridge into the next portion of the song, and they would only play the bridges, or the breaks as they call it at the time, over and over. And then that's where break dancing came from, when they would play the breaks from all of the records. Then that's where the break dancers started, and hip hop came from people literally just like talking like, Jimmy is here at the club tonight and he brought his girlfriend, and like they would just talk over it just to keep people engaged while they would play these short sections of these old like jazz songs. Like they would take an entire jazz song and only take the bridge of the song and just loop it on repeat, and they call it the break. And that's
what
where
you just said, that break might only be 10 or 20 seconds long,
and they would just
have a double copy, and you mix the two to make constantly back and forth to make a 5-minute song out of that, to have an MC.
That's how hip hop started.
And that's how difficult that is to mix.
The DJs, man, the DJs in the club are DJs are the ones who created hip hop, because they were trying to get people to dance, and then they needed to keep people on the dance floor longer, so they would play that 10 or 15 second spot over and over to keep people out there, and then they would need to change the content, so then they would talk over the beat just to get people engaged, and they would just really give shout outs to all their friends who came to listen to them play music all night, and they would give like a 5-minute shout out, then they'd start a new break and then loop it for 3-4 minutes to get people on the dance floor, and then people started getting up there and rhyming to it, and that's where it began. So that's dope, man. So you're an old school hip hop guy.
Very old school.
Crazy. I've had friends.
But that's how it started, and look what it is today. Is a worldwide genre, millions of dollar music industry behind it. Is amazing.
Insane,
started in the Bronx, as you explained.
Yep. Crazy. If anybody's watching who hasn't seen that documentary on Netflix, even if you're not a hip hop fan, if you're just a music fan, check it out, because it literally goes through the beginning of every stage of hip hop and how it started in the different cities throughout the US and who influenced what and when and how. It's awesome. It's only 4 episodes and there's 4 seasons. So 16, I want to say. Maybe there's 3 seasons at 4. Maybe it's 12 or 16, but it literally just goes beginning to end, and it's incredible. Just as a music fan, I love hip hop. I was raised on hip hop, but I love all music, man, all music, and it kept my interest.
So are all 4 seasons out right now?
Oh yeah, it's all there. You can just go watch it. Doom, 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 and it goes from every. It talks about binge 100%. Like if you're not doing nothing this weekend, so it talks about like the Biggie drama and Run DMC, and then how like Pac came in and like that. I mentioned those 2 because they're very iconic, but it goes even deeper than that. It goes into the South and specific rappers. Most of it is though 100% hip hop is around because of people like you, brother, DJs, who wanted to keep people on the dance floor and try something new. And then that version of music spawned from it.
Just
outstanding.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about that, Vince?
Vince, my brother.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, hip hop is
actually.
Really...
I see you all the time in DJ Cryptomatic's Twitch, and we're just like going back and forth. So I know you're a fan, man.
Oh, yeah, Vince is a big supporter.
Yeah.
Vince, what's your go-to music? Is it hip hop?
Well, funny enough, as a typical Asian kid, I was forced on classical when I was a kid. So,
violin or piano? Or
piano
both?
And violin.
I was gonna say violin.
Yeah. And then yeah, but I mean, just in terms of like music, I actually like listening to. I'm more of like a rock metal type person. But yeah, I mean, I appreciate every genre, and yeah, I'm not really too familiar with hip hop, so I'll definitely check out that documentary. But I have to say, actually, listening to DJ Cryptomatic actually kind of opened me up to it because in general, I haven't really been like a hip hop or rap fan throughout the years. But I mean, yeah, he's been some pretty good tunes. So yeah, it's really enjoyable just sitting back and listening to all the sets. So yeah.
Yeah, one of my favorite things is when we're in a pump, I like to have him on in the background and listening to the tunes and watching the price chart.
It's always great.
Yeah, we blend in the charts sometimes.
Yeah,
see where we're at, and then can claim the pump.
Yeah. Motley, man, what kind of music do you like?
I like everything. Like it just depends. Like if I like it, I like it. It's just I don't really limit myself to a certain genre. So if I like it, I'm gonna listen to it. But it's funny because I'm so out of my realm. I'm so illiterate when it comes to music or rhythm or anything like that. But I just appreciate everything about it and the skills and the talent it takes to perform and do it. It's amazing. My one of my cousins is like the exact opposite of me. He's a savant when it comes to just any musical instrument. He can pick it up, look at it, play with it, and within like a couple hours, the guy's like
play
amazing.
By ear.
Amazing. And it doesn't need to read music or anything like that. And he can just play. And I've always been jealous of that artistic
That's the realest
skill.
talent you can have, dude. It is insane to be able to have that talent.
I've always been so envious of it because I just don't my brain doesn't function that same way. So like I've always struggled with music or I've tried picking it up. It's just I probably never dedicated the amount of time that's needed for it, but I also just never had a natural skill at it either. But so that's why it makes me appreciate it that much more, just being inept at it.
So here's a question. What is on your gym playlist?
Yes.
What's on your gym like what does Motley work out to?
I go into kind of like what Vince was saying. I go into like man, it could be like a heavy rock day. It can be some hardcore rap. It could be
diverse.
Irish. It could be Irish shanties. It could it could be electronic. Like it just depends on my mood.
Whatever moves you. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever's my mood for that day, whatever I'm lifting, it just depends. Like I said, it just depends on like how I feel and what music kind of suits that feeling for the day.
What's your go-to, Freddie? For like working out, like getting pumped and stuff like that.
It's funny, man. Like, so like the last week and a half, it's been DMX just because, it is what it is. Normally my gym, this is going to sound so goofy, man, but like there's this Christian hip hop artist, Bizzle, and he just spits bars. It's like truth music, man. So it's hip hop. So Bizzle, and then, but it could be anywhere from DMX. So I'm a huge 311 fan. So my wife and I go around and we've been to like If I told you the amount of 311 shows that we've been to, you'd be like, "You're a nerd." Finn agrees, but
you've seen some of my good friends there, I'm sure, because we live close to the same area. They are mega 311 fans.
I bet I might know them, which is sad because like I was in the whole posters. I'm telling you, I was in like the poster scene, and I've been on all the cruises, and it's like you go here,
you're just as involved in the Hex community. Same thing.
Well, no. So that's the thing. So I used to be just as involved in the 311 community, and then I literally got out of it to invest time into Hex. Like posters, like there's Facebook groups that like have poster auctions, and it's like the 311 merch exchange. Yeah, so like the posters behind me are like 311 posters, and it's weird, but yeah, we're diehard fans. So it could be anything from hip hop to rock to, we listen a lot now mostly to like reggae, like Revolution, Red Gold Green.
Forgot reggae. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, like that's my go-to, just because I'm of the mentality, right? Like what you think about, you bring about. So if you can put yourself in a mental state, like Olympic athletes will literally sit there and put like a sleep mask or a blindfold on, and then just visualize themselves going through the race or the competition, whatever it may be. So I believe, like, I'm going to use a Trump term, bigly in visualization. So a lot of times I incorporate the music into my visualization, and I just literally visualize Hexaco. I'm on a beach, and I'm just like chilling, and it's just ocean waves crashing, listening to reggae music. And that's where I want to be.
My kind of vibe, man.
Yeah, man. Like that's where I want to take my family. Like that's what, if I could like visualize the perfect essence, it's like all of us doing Cabana's happy hour right now from the beach somewhere, and we're live streaming. Yes, and like a football game, right? Like you have commentators up on Sunday, and they're like wrapped
don't
around.
Think I haven't thought of this for years down the road.
Think of it, the college game day of crypto YouTube. It would be Cabana happy hour, right? The college game day of crypto YouTube, and like you just have people on, and like the crowd's like doing their thing behind us, and we're just sitting up on stage having drinks, you know, taking shots.
I need to work on my tan too, so.
Bro, how cool would that be? And that's why I say all the time, like everyone knows communities are what drive crypto, and that's why I know Hex is going to just get where it's going to go, because our community is so dope. Like thinking of stuff like that, like it's just a whole nother level, man.
And that's why like DJ Cryptomatic,
very soon,
using his talent
soon.
And
I know, right? Like people don't get it soon. Right? Like
I was saying, you know, DJ Cryptomatic. Oh no, go ahead. DJ Cryptomatic using his talent. You did your video at the conference, man. I mean, everybody brings something different to the table, and not everybody's going to be like a TA guy or a price guy or a game theory guy. You know, I'd love to, you know, dabble in a little bit of it, but I'm not going to, you know, say I'm the expert at, you know, the technical aspects and coding and stuff like that. Like I learned from everybody else in the community, and that's what builds us all up and expands our knowledge sets. Absolutely.
Hey, RG3 hands down the best TA chart analysis. Like nobody gets it better than RG3. He is the man. He is the man.
Oh man. All right. Well, the plan is we got an hour, I think, till Hexo show, so I don't want to squinch DJ Cryptomatic's window too far. So I figured we can end on some easy trivia, and then we'll throw it over to DJ Cryptomatic, and you know, let him take it from there. But I made this easy trivia the first couple rounds at least musically oriented.
I'm so
yeah, Motley, I'm sorry, but you know.
Oh wow.
But
I'll just go ahead and pull myself off now.
Nah, bro, no, you're good. You're good.
But let's go through some of these, and everybody that's on the show, hide your YouTube chat.
Yeah, switch over to private.
Switch over to private, and that we can get chat's participation in this.
I need to pull a coffee and just cheat.
No.
Except cheat properly. Couldn't even cheat properly.
So we'll go around the room, and this is from a lot of different music genres. A lot of these are lead singers, so it's not going to be a lot of hip hop, but it's easy. So some of these should be well known. So
imagine how embarrassing if I don't know.
It's gonna be very embarrassing.
Yeah, this is gonna be bad. This might. Who is Kurk Cobain?
For everybody who watches the show, my goal now, after several Vince incidents, is to get everyone out of the first round. So let's do this. And yeah, we'll go through, see who the winner is this week, and then we'll throw it over to DJ Cryptomatic. So, Vince, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Who is the famous lead singer of Pearl Jam?
It's one of the
like I like Pearl Jam, and I don't even know.
Bro, this is gonna be the most embarrassing episode of trivia we've ever seen.
At least it'll be quick.
I know one song, Jeremy Spoken. That's
there we go.
I don't know.
Chat is all over it.
Yeah, I guarantee chat.
You rock, chat. I'm just saying.
Jam's awesome.
What we should do is so maybe in this category we should do the four of us versus chat.
Well, yeah, right.
We might have a chance.
How would that work?
And this is how like my genre, like this is how music works for me. Like I don't necessarily know the artist. I just know what I like. Like if I just hear something like, oh, that's amazing.
I know,
like,
but this
I like that
this
song.
is trivia, man. So
Yeah.
just,
I know. I'm well aware
come
that
on.
I'm getting out, just like Vince.
Internet lurker is wrong. Just
Michael Jackson.
put that out there.
No, it's not that.
I might know it, but I might be completely off base.
Vince, what is your answer?
Make it funny.
That's right.
I don't even know if I want Cabana to give me an easy question. Like, that would be that much worse.
I thought this was easy.
I
but
feel like this is easy. We should know this.
Oh my
If
god.
my wife is watching right now, she's gonna be so mad at me.
So bad.
I mean, I'd be mad because chat is killing it. They're just
I can't
they keep
even
going.
venture a guess.
Chat's
No, the cat
Chat's
is
Googling.
killing us right now. Chat is like not killing the question. They're killing us for being so stupid. Look at Cryptomatic over there, like, I got you, bitches. I know this. He's like, you young kids.
All right, 5 seconds, Vince.
I'll just say Ozzy Osbourne, even though
Eddie Vedder. Does everybody know Eddie Vedder? No, evidently not. Okay, all right. Well, we'll move on. Motley.
Yep. God, I think an easier question might be more embarrassing, so maybe you should just give me a hard one.
Who is the lead singer of Aerosmith?
He's got big lips.
He does.
Every time I
close my eyes.
It's in my brain. It's in my brain somewhere. My dad would probably put me in timeout now.
Do you know his daughter's name? His daughter played in Armageddon. And I don't want to miss a thing.
Wow.
One of these days, I'm just gonna have chat do the trivia because they're nailing it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I hope they get this one.
Come here. Come.
God, why can't you give me like something like Beatles or something like that? I was more of a Beatles or Rolling Stones guy.
I gave you a hint in the private chat.
No,
stop! You can't.
I gave you a hint.
I walk gave you a this hint. Way.
Yeah, I never saw it. Fuck. Let me just take.
You want to see how bad of a parent I am? My son has like picked up the booze and he's like, "This is." What's up, Dad? What are you doing? He's like trying to chew on the top.
Yeah, just take me away, Cabana. I'm just gonna hang my head in shame. I'm sorry.
Any guess?
No.
Fun guess.
No, I know.
Say Richard Hart.
And it's gonna. No.
Oh.
Well, I mean, it's down to 2. So hey, we got our 2 music bros left.
Nice.
The correct answer, by the way.
Steven Tyler, Joe Hexotic. Hey, big shout out to Joe Hexotic.
Big shout out to Joe. Hey, Joe.
I don't have my.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I don't have my chat pulled up, so I can't like see what you're typing or whatever. But have you sold your house yet? Are you in Florida yet?
answer in chat, Joe. And Joe, request have Mr. DJ Cryptomatic on your show because I'd love to learn more about him than more than this 20-minute segment we just did. All right, DJ, are you ready?
You see, I waffled for 20 minutes. I knew it.
DJ Cryptomatic, who is the lead singer of Fleetwood Mac?
Oh,
brutal.
Oh, hang on. That's a woman, right?
Yes.
Thunder, because it's raining. Something like this.
Clutch.
Song.
Dreams. That's
Dreams,
the name of the song.
Yeah. But the name. No, Richard Hart.
Every answer is Richard Hart.
Actually, I shouldn't take DJ Cryptomatic away because
I haven't answered the right question yet.
And really, everybody's still in it.
Yeah, we might have
so this all comes down to Freddie quote.
So one answer, one win. Winner take it all. I had a putt like this. So my company does a golf tournament every year, and it came down to a putt off like a couple years ago. And believe it or not, my sister was on the other team, and she was talking so much trash. And I was like, if I miss this putt and lose to my sister, I will never forgive myself. So I feel like I'm there. Stevie Nicks. I feel like I should have known that.
Right.
That's the first one I haven't known.
Internet Lurker is killing it tonight.
Good one.
All right, Freddie quotes for the win in the first round.
This is going to be
Don't let us down. Fail.
Right, I probably will.
First time ever.
You want monkey? All right, there you go.
Who is the famous lead singer?
Make it hard.
Famous of the band No Doubt.
Oh, Gwen Stefani.
Congratulations.
I feel bad, guys. I'm so sorry. I had the easiest one out of all of those.
I don't think they would have gotten that.
I don't know. I think Motley would have. I feel like he watches American Idol or something. Right? No, he said no.
All right, man. So as we end the show, for the winner of Easy Trivia, you get the opportunity to address your fans in chat. What would you like to say to him? What would you like to, even we had Hodl Dog on last week. He wanted to shill, even though we let everybody shill at the end of the show. But say whatever you want, especially to your fans out there.
I love Hodl Dog, man. I love Hodl Dog. You're my boy. Too. Yeah, he's so cool, man. Like in the morning with Kinetics and stuff. Kinetics too. I just want to give a shout out to everyone. So Hodl Dog,
shout them all.
Kinetics, everyone who was on tonight. I got a shout out to my boys who have onboarded and have onboarded. I feel lazy because my boys who I've onboarded have onboarded like 10 times as many people as I have. So I'm gonna give a shout out to everyone in there. So it's Ryan, it's Matt Baker, it's Burner, it's Gordon, it's who else is in there? I said Matt Baker. They're all gonna hate me now. There's like 9 of us in the chat now, and I've only mentioned like 4. Hold on, let me pull it up. Bird, Bird, my boy. He is the bomb tech for the White House. So when Uncle Donald went to go golfing, he would clear the golf course for him. Biden's wife was at Camp David last weekend. He was with her there and her sister.
Birdman?
No, Birdman is the Birdman. Like he's the man.
Okay.
He goes by Bird, but it is what it is.
I can probably see him from my house sometimes.
Ooh, my buddy Max, who is fishing in Cabo this week, and he caught an 8-foot marlin that he's gonna put up. And
this is the best shout out victory speech ever.
Wait. There's what's his nuts in Puerto Rico? My boy, I'm forgetting his name. Yeah, Kurkowski.
Yeah,
I got to give a shout out.
Thanks, Kurk.
Where is
you ignored.
I was like looking more. No offense, I love you, but I was hoping to talk to Kurk tonight, man.
I wanted to hear him, you, and Cryptomatic talk about like clubs and music and stuff because he used to do that whole thing.
Really?
The concert circuit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No kidding. Yeah. No wonder I connected with that guy.
Yeah, he's awesome. Man. I love him.
Hexo, obviously, Richard Hart, respect. Here's the thing, man. Like, I'm a conservative Catholic, white guy, right? So like where I come from, like I agree with 99% of what Richard says. We don't agree on everything, but I respect the fuck out of Richard. So everybody here in this Hexagon community, like if you can show just an ounce of respect for anyone, you're showing 5 ounces for Richard. Like, respect to Richard. Big ups. Thank you for everything you've done. Can't wait for fucking Pulse Chain. It's gonna be the shit. I don't know. I just ranted for 5 minutes. Was that my prize?
You are all that is your prize, man.
Oh, so all right. I think I hit everybody. Richard.
That's all good. At this point of the show, because this is a little different and unique this week, we're gonna let DJ Cryptomatic, get to his thing and
I need to go downstairs.
Set up, and we will hodl on for that to start. I'll post the link in the chat now, and I'll post it again when he's live. And everybody just head over there once we give the signal, once he's ready and set up. But yeah, we'll let you go, man. Thank you so much for coming by and hanging out with us. And it's just cool to actually sit down and chat rather than chatting through the DJ chat and getting shout outs every now and then. It's cool to have like a mini conversation, and I look forward to more. So thank you so much.
Yeah. No, thank you for having me. It's been great, and for all the support. I only started January, and we already made it way up there, known in the Hex community, and we're getting the views on Twitch now. So this is really, really amazing. So thank you very much, and I need everybody to please twitch.tv/DJ_Cryptomatic to
going in the chat right now.
There we go.
Please give the channel a follow. Mexicans, you don't have to watch the show.
Yes, you do.
You can off the turn notifications. You're not getting bothered when I'm going live, but at least follow that channel, please, because we want to get these eyeballs on Hex, and just the more numbers, the sheer numbers make all the magic on Twitch. That's unfortunately how it goes. So every support is highly welcomed, and you're pumping your own bags with it.
Yeah, man. No, we like that. And
so thank you very much, and I'll go downstairs and set up, and then we can blend over. Yeah,
absolutely. We'll bring you up on screen. We'll bring you up on screen as we close out, and looking forward to it, man. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, that was cool.
Yes,
dude, he's awesome.
Dude, the music trivia was a little lacking. Freddie quotes killed all of us.
Our one round winner.
I got lucky.
All right, Vince, did you know the answer to that one?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Absolutely.
No way.
All right.
No way.
Yeah, I thought they were easy. How many in the first round did you know, Freddie?
Eddie Vedder, and then I didn't know
Aerosmith,
the Fleetwood Mac. Yeah, Steve. I put ST in the chat. I was like, "Yo, he would definitely get this." Like, Elizabeth Tyler, right?
Liv.
Liv.
Yeah, she was an Armageddon, I think, right?
Yeah, she was an Armageddon. So I thought Motley might get that because I think we're the same age, Motley. Maybe not. And we grew up with 30. Those movies. 30. Oh, well, I'm way older than you. Okay. Well, screw you. Young Wait, so Motley is...
Put my stakes out a little bit longer than you, I see.
Whenever I meet you, bro, and well, we live close, so it might be
we're not too far away. You're by Quantico, right? Hopefully I'm not throwing that
No, right outside. No, we're good. So I'm gonna get Motley a Hex shirt, and it's gonna be the Playboy Bunny and the Hex Gradient. Because he is the Playboy of freaking Hex, dude. Motley, dude, if I could rewind 8 years and be your age with, the stack that I have now, and single, man. And like getting into it, and like, the next 8 years is gonna be like, let's go, bro. Motley is the Playboy. Motley is the Playboy.
I'll take the shirt though. I'll take the shirt.
100%. The Hex Gradient Playboy Bunny is Motley all day.
Did you ever find out if you were able to go to Vegas? Have you guys figured it out yet?
Man. So before the stream, I would have said
multiple vacations planned around that, so I will try. But
I know I'm the same way, dude. No, I'm with you, man. So like we take our family vacation every year in the Outer Banks for 4th of July weekend.
It's beautiful. I love the Outer Banks.
The weekend after. So
extended
Motley,
vacation. I like it.
Side note, I just put an offer on a place in the Outer Banks today. So
that's a good move.
At 5, everything best and final offer was supposed to be in by 7 o'clock. Hold on.
Ooh, I hope you get it.
Might have
going crazy right
now. Stupid, dude. But if that happens, like the people who own it now have it booked all the way through the end of June, end of August, like June to August. So September, we got all of September, all of October open. So, bro, I just want to have like a Hex bash and like invite everyone to come down, and we'll just party out in the Outer Banks for a weekend. I would love Hexo to come. Like, it would just be sick. For that.
I love the Outer Banks.
Fingers crossed. Like offer hasn't been accepted yet.
I hope it goes through.
I was trying to do one in Florida with Big Pep around that time too.
Yeah.
So it figures like all the Hex like meetups. Everybody wants to do.
I'll be getting a place in Florida soon as well. I think.
Yeah.
So,
Just for Motley. So the thing that drives me crazy, like my wife and I talk about this all the time. If we were to just move to Florida, we would have a percentage of our income, which would be awesome, that we wouldn't have to pay in state income taxes.
Yes.
It's like living in Virginia.
So
it's not as bad as other states, but
do that.
Oh my God.
I get to do that because I'm in the military and I grew up.
So you
in
claim
Florida.
there?
So I claim Florida as my primary residence. But that ends this year. So
yeah. Is that because you're getting out? You're getting out, right?
I'm getting out. So this is my last year of being able to claim Florida as my primary residence. So
damn, dude.
Yeah.
Do you live in? Are you in? I know you don't want to like dox yourself.
No, I don't.
And if you don't want to answer this, whatever. No, are you in Arlington? Do you live in Arlington?
No, I'm in Centerville. I'm
Oh shit! So you're like right outside of Manassas into Fairfax.
Yeah, yep, you already know. Yep.
So my office is downtown Manassas. Like if I take Grant Ave, it goes. I could just bleed right into 28. 28's right there, and it just dude, that's crazy.
Hit me up.
Yeah.
I have a lot of Fridays off, so like hit me up on Friday or something if you're out of the office.
Do you ever go over to like 2 Silos, or do you go out at all?
Hey guys, let me know. I like to go out too.
Yeah.
No, you're too far away now, bro.
Hey, dude, I'm like an hour away. I'm good. I will come see you guys.
But no, we've talked about this. We need to have like a kind of DMV kind of area meetup, because we got Franklin St. Hex. I know you got your buddy Hexagon, Freddie.
Yeah, Ryan. He's a good dude, man.
Yep.
I've known him my whole life.
Cookie Boys is out here in Maryland.
I thought Cookie Boys was in Cali.
No, I think it's in Maryland. I think it's in Maryland.
Dude, like
I'm pretty sure it's in Maryland.
Rick Ross came into Cookie Boy's shop the other couple months ago, maybe a month ago, and he had a video of him like kicking it with Rick Ross.
I'm pretty sure it's in Maryland, but maybe not. He'll probably hit me up after the stream and tell me.
Maybe I know some people that know Cookie. Right. Now that I'm thinking about it, so
you might.
Anyway.
You might.
If there's
interesting.
Yeah, but
so we got setup going underway anyway.
Motley, I'm gonna hit you up, brother. I'm gonna
hit me up. DM me. I'll send you. I'll send you my number and everything.
100%.
Cool.
So Cryptomatic setting up. So I just wanted to have that on screen. So he's
look at those turntables,
dude. That's so hot.
The Hex Master's fucking dope.
It's almost blasphemy to put vinyl on those things. They look so good.
I told him he needs to get a Pulse Chain logo, a slip hat too.
One of each.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. God, that looks so good.
So do you think, Richard brought it up while we're waiting on Cryptomatic again. So Richard said that he liked the Hex gradient, the Hex colors better. Do you think at some point he rebrands if he doesn't like it and wants to move with something else? Did he give it the Pulse name?
For Pulse?
Pulse, yeah.
He said
would he ever?
He said it's not 100% confirmed yet.
Okay.
So it's still up in the air. So I mean, if anyone has any suggestions or ideas or they've messed around with it, like keep submitting those graphics. I know Barely Crafty came up with a really cool logo that I like, that kind of similar gradient, but to me it seemed a little bit cleaner. So I think Richard's still open to changing that logo if he likes it. So I think the Hex logo is that's a hard logo to beat. It's perfect in my eyes.
The color is so good, like up
color
and to the right.
Good.
Yeah,
up and to the right. It's growing.
Insane, dude.
God.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It is
Hexagon's a good futuristic shape. Like, bro, he killed it.
Yeah,
100%.
We see you, DJ Cryptomatic. We see you. So all right,
I need to pull up the thing.
This is where
we
go around.
Twitch?
It's on Twitch.
Can you throw it in the group chat, or is it on Twitter or YouTube?
Yeah, let's start sending this stuff out.
Yeah, let's all retweet
Pump it on the Twitters.
Can you post it real quick on Twitter and we can all retweet?
Everyone needs to be going and checking out this stream right now.
Here, I'm about to put it out.
Nice. On the tweets.
On the tweets.
Beautiful. Let's retweet.
Nice.
Good to see Wales tonight, man. Like that's the first time I've ever got to speak with him, and it's like at least I can remember. I'm pretty sure. But he's such a great contributor to the Hex community. I feel bad I didn't shout him out in my victory speech. It's like
Yeah.
You got to invite me back so I can try to get another victory speech sometime, Cabana.
No, he's a smart guy. I'm glad he's part of our community for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yep, I'm tweeting him out right now.
Did you put it out? I've been hitting the.
Yeah, I just did.
I'll put it in the private chat too, so you can snag a link.
Okay, cool.
You just
Yeah.
want to do it on your own.
Yep. Let's do it here.
I just tweeted. All right. So as he's going, everybody throw up your Twitch window and get in there and give him love. We'll go right down the line here. Freddie Quotes, man, where can everybody find you before we throw it over to DJ?
Freddie Quote at Freddie Quotes on Twitter. At Freddie Quotes.
Simple. There you go. Bam.
Sure. Bam.
Vince, where can we find you?
Yep. CryptoVince369 on Twitter and Telegram. And if you guys have time, please check out the HEX Asians show on Sunday and Monday mornings at 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern.
Beautiful.
Motley
Investor, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. I think I'm going to do a show on Sunday where I'm going to bring one of my onboards on, and then he's going to bring one of his onboards on, so we can kind of.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's a cool concept there.
Yeah,
that's pretty dope.
Shout out to Taylor for you guys that don't know that he's one of our crazy talented Hexicans that writes some amazing Hex articles. He brought the idea up to me because he heard me talk about some of the people I've onboarded. So he's just like, hey, it'd be a cool concept if you brought him on. And then I just took it one step further, and I'm going to bring someone that he onboarded on, just show almost like 3 degrees of separation of Hex onboarding and what got them interested. What was it that kind of just triggered like, hey, I need to be in this? And
Nice.
it'll be a fun stream. I got to figure out what time I'm going to do it, but I'll try to get that set up tonight. So that'll be Sunday, and then we do Nights at the Crypto Table Tuesday at 10. Might look at switching up the day here soon though, because we overlap with Maddie's stream a lot on Tuesdays. So. But yeah, check it out.
Awesome.
Could be in half an hour.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Links are posted all over Twitter. Retweet it. Get him some as many viewers as we can, because Hexo goes on in like 35 minutes. So let's blow up
some bits too.
Yeah.
Everything.
blow up DJ Cryptomatic set here. He rocks. Get a taste of it because he does it multiple times a week. I don't have all the days, but it's so cool, man. So I'm gonna be in the chat a little bit, and we're gonna do it. And see you guys there. And we're gonna go to DJ Cryptomatic and see you in chat.
All right, later, everyone.
Hey, boys.
Peace.